so we are gonna do a quick prep dinner with prepped ahead ingredients, which you guys know I'm all about, and some farmer's market veggies. So here's what I have in my fridge. Prepped penne pasta, some of my pesto that I showed you guys, and I'll re-put the recipe down below. Gorgeous zucchini, summer squash, a pepper, and then I have part of an onion that I used last night that I have left over. So what I'm gonna do is get the veggies all prepped in ribbons so it looks cute and fancy. And then we'll just rehydrate the pasta, mix in some pesto, a little Parmesan cheese on top, dinner's ready. Okay, so here is a cool little trick to like elevate a meal. So instead of just cutting this up in little cubes or half moons or circles or whatever, something that I like to do, just take off this first piece, and you just make pretty ribbons. And they cook really quickly, they're healthy, beautiful. So I shave it down until I get to the seeds. I find that if I use zucchini ribbons, these are the ribbons, including the seeds, that it gets really wet and soggy. So these, if you see there's no seeds, they're a lot sturdier and they hold up better in your food. You kind of want to make a lot because they do cook down, so you want to have a nice mound of the ribbons. And sometimes what I might do with the extra zucchini, I'll just chop these up and I'll squeeze out the liquid, throw it into a smoothie. If you're gonna make zucchini muffins, this is the perfect kind of stuff for that too. Just make sure you squeeze it nice and dry. Okay, so I'm gonna do that exact same thing with my squash, my summer squash here. Take off the outside part. These are really cute and fat. These are pretty sturdy. Looks beautiful. So now I'm gonna cook down some onion and some pepper. So I'm just gonna cut this into circles. I like when these are really kind of long and noodly. So now what I do is I have my little pile of circles here. I'm just gonna slice down. And then when these cook, they turn into beautiful noodles. Okay, so we're gonna cook these first so they get nice and soft and sweet. And I'm gonna cook my onion with my pepper. When I put my pepper into dishes that I'm cooking on the stove, I take the skin off. So what my mom taught me to do was to always peel it so it gets a little sweeter and softer in your dish. Oh, farmer's market. I love the farmer's market right now. There's so much amazing produce. I float through there like Bugs Bunny smelling a pie. I just like waft through it. It's... Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this is I also want it to be like noodly to match the rest of my vibe here. So I'm just gonna cut this down the center and I'm gonna make some strips. Pretty. If this was a bell pepper, I would make the noodles too, but it would just be different. I would do like, kind of like I did with the onion, with the pepper, and then slice along the side and you have like the pepper noodle. So let's cook down the onion and the pepper first, because they will take a lot longer because this squash literally cooks in like 2 minutes. Now we're gonna cook down the onion and the pepper. We'll get nice and soft and sweet. So this is olive oil butter. While this is cooking, we're gonna rehydrate our pasta quickly, which is a trick I've taught you guys a lot. I love penne because I feel that it's sturdier. Like I do a bunch of experiments with different foods to find out like what's the sturdiest, like my workhorse vegetables, my workhorse grains, proteins. Penne I've found is the most resilient, especially because I'm gluten-free. A lot of that pasta falls apart. But I love this brand called Jovial. This isn't sponsored by them, but it's just my favorite brand. This shape, for me, holds up the best with the way that I cook. So I'm gonna add my noodles, my zucchini, ribbon smash noodles. I'm also gonna add some salt and pepper. I highly recommend seeking out your closest farmer's market because it's so, oh my gosh. It just makes such a difference. Not only are you supporting your community and local farmers, but you get beautiful fresh food like this. So you can see it's all starting to cook down. Look how pretty that is. Summer vibes. So when I'm rehydrating pasta, it's already cooked. So you're just like puffing it back up a little bit. I literally put it in here for maybe 20 seconds. Okay guys, let's mix all this up. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there. So I'm gonna put the pesto in here and mix it all together. And the heat is gonna help get the pesto all melty on there because this is prepped ahead. Let's try, it's like 1.5 tablespoons. Let's see what we got. Also, when you add some of the olive oil in there, it helps kind of move that pesto around. So add as much pesto as you want. I'm kind of a light sauce person, so this is what we're gonna go with. So this is an awesome side, or this could be main. Vegetarian dinner. Plant life tonight. Let's do it. Again, my mom always taught me do fresh herbs when you can. Normally, I like to do this thing called chiffonade, which is like this ribbony thing, but you have to roll up the basil leaves. These are way too small. So we're just gonna parm. Fresh grated parm. You can also top it with some red pepper flakes. Salt. Let's taste it. That is so good. That's like a beautiful summer vegetarian dinner. That is awesome, guys. Yay! Thanks for hanging out. Dinner time. Oh my gosh. Yum.